Life gets messy. That's a given. But letting it mess with you, that's optional. This is Zenatude Now, where we talk real life stuff and grab the practical tools to live your best self right now, not someday. I'm Tamara Lee. Take a deep breath, drop the doubt, and let's dive in. Hey, I'm Tamara Lee, and welcome to the very first episode of Zenatude Now. First, thank you so much for being here, whether you're listening on a walk, in your car, at the gym, or maybe while putting off something you've been meaning to do for weeks. I'm glad you found your way here. I thought the best way to start this podcast would be to answer one simple question. What is Zenatude? People have asked me that question for years. The easiest way to explain it is this. Zenatude is about living true to yourself, seeing the positive in every situation, and responding to life with confidence. Now, before you think I've got this whole thing figured out, let me be very clear. I am not always Zenatude, not even close. Zenatude isn't something you achieve and then check off a list forever. It's an everyday effort. It's being conscious of your choices, your thoughts, your reactions, and asking yourself a simple question. Is this serving me or is it hurting me? Some days I answer that question well, and some days I don't. I've made bad decisions, I've overreacted, I've procrastinated. I've overthought situations so much that I talked myself out of opportunities. I've wasted time worrying about what other people thought of me, and I've dealt with the consequences of those choices. Looking back, I can honestly say that if I had been practicing Zenatude, in many of those moments, I could have avoided a lot of pain, frustration, and unnecessary suffering. Not all of it, life is still life, but a lot of it. For years, I was what I like to call a serial overthinker. You know the type. I'd analyze every decision from every possible angle. I'd wait for the perfect timing, the perfect plan, the perfect level of confidence, the perfect set of circumstances. And guess what? Perfect never showed up. Maybe you've been there too. Maybe there's something you've wanted to start, a business, a creative project, a new career, a healthier lifestyle, a difficult conversation, but you've been waiting until you feel more ready, more qualified, more confident, more certain. Here's something I have learned. Motivation doesn't show up first. Action does. Most people think motivation is something you find. I think motivation is something you build, one small decision at a time, one action at a time, and one step at a time. The truth is, confidence works the same way. You don't get confidence and then take action. You take action and confidence follows. That's one of the biggest lessons Zenatude has taught me. Life changes when you stop waiting for certainty and start trusting yourself enough to move forward anyway. And here's another important part of Zenatude. It's okay to get upset. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to have bad days. Zenatude isn't about pretending everything is fine. It's not that toxic positivity. It's not putting a smile on your face when your world is falling apart. It's about recognizing that while you can't always control what happens to you, you can control what happens next. You can choose your response and you can choose your attitude. You can choose what you do with the situation you're facing. Sometimes the most Zenatude thing you can do is pause, take a deep breath, and refuse to let a difficult moment become a difficult day, or a difficult day become a difficult year. The older I get, the more I realize that life is made up of thousands of small choices. The choice to start, the choice to continue, the choice to forgive, the choice to let something go, the choice to speak up, the choice to be yourself, the choice to stop worrying so much about what everybody else thinks. And that's really what this podcast is about. We're going to talk about mindset, motivation, authenticity, confidence, life lessons, successes, failures, and real stories from real people who have learned how to keep moving forward when life gets messy. Some episodes will be just you and me. Some episodes will feature guests with incredible stories and insights. But every episode will come back to one idea. You have more power than you think. Not power over everything, but power over your choices, your response, your next step. And sometimes that's all you need. So if you've been waiting for the perfect time to start something, consider this your sign. The perfect time isn't coming. the next best step is. Thank you for joining me for this first episode of Zenatude Now. And remember, life gets messy, but you still get to choose how you respond, how you move forward, and the kind of life you want to create. Stop waiting, start choosing. That's Zenatude. Take a deep breath, drop the doubt, and I'll see you next time. Have a Zenatudinal day.